I was in the market for some tabs trying to see if I can come into contact with my old plug when I remembered a story where I ended up taking a full tab in shrooms and thought about sharing it. What's up guys, it's Sam back again, and I'm not going to waste any more time, so let's get into this. This story takes place a few years ago back when I was still smoking consistently. Me and the boys had just gone off of work. It was like 10 p.m. wondering what's the move. So one of my friends said that they had a blunt and I said I would match them, but I had to go back to my house like 20 minutes away to go get some weed. Now before I had left, my other friend was actually looking for psychs when I asked if I could pay him to get me a tab as well, and he agrees. I go get the weed because we already had wraps and drive back another 20 minutes to link up at this lake. So I ended up getting the tab, and my friend who originally had the blunt took shrooms for the first time that night, so that was funny as fuck to see his reaction to it. Bro was just so enlightened. We smoked and chilled, then I got whatever was left from the shrooms, like a couple of stems, and the tab I already had, so I was good. The night ends and I'm off the following day, and the weather was nice, so I decided to take both of them at the same time, somewhere between 8 and 10 a.m. because the trip lasts 12 hours. I had my relatives over at the time and didn't want to be around them, so I left the house and ventured outside on my longboard. There comes a part where it's all grass and I obviously can't cruise on it, so I go on foot, and legit, within the first 10 steps behind this building I went, I see something on the floor, and when I come closer, I just see a brain lying in the grass. I'm hoping it was an animal, but Jesus Christ, I was just so freaked out by it. Probably because I'm off psychs at this point, so I decided to poke it with a stick, and the feeling of it just made my skin crawl like fucking goosebumps. The brain gets left as I'm just freaked out and continue to cruise through my area enjoying the effects. Like, I remember it started raining, and as the raindrops were hitting the sidewalk, it would morph into different images. Like, the shit was crazy. I'm seeing faces in the rain and shit, memories of her. My favorite part of the trip, honestly, was just looking at the different pieces of graffiti I would come across. And I came across a lot of graffiti. Fast forward a few hours and I go to the Sonics to get myself something to eat, and I was barely even able to order because I had to focus so hard to not let everything trip out in my peripheral vision. I did end up going home though a few hours before the trip would end. I love nature and all that, but too much nature and I don't really want to look at that shit anymore. Plus I could feel the effects dying down, so I figured I'd call it there. But yeah, went home, chilled, went to sleep later that night, and let me tell you, the sleep after a trip is a sleep you just can't forget. And that's all I had to say for today though. Leave a like, sub, or follow if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.